Today we'll discuss boundary condition for electrostatics. See, before discussing boundary condition for electrostatic, as I said in yesterday class, what is that boundary in general, boundary condition? See, for example, this is one reason and other areas, other reason. Whenever I cross this boundary, any change occurs within me. Any change occurs within me. And means the boundary is affecting me, is it or not? For example, whenever you cross from one state to another state or one country to another country, definitely some change will occur. At that boundary, what is the condition? Similarly, when I take, see this boundary condition I am speaking for electrostatic, right? Whenever electric field or electric flux density passes from one medium to other medium, what is the condition at the boundary? What happens to E bar or D bar at boundary? That we want to discuss in this boundary condition. Take down the heading. Boundary condition for electrostatics. See, up to this portion is visible. We'll make it more difficult for today. See, first take down the definition of boundary condition. The condition exists. The condition exists at the boundary of two medium. The condition exists at the boundary of two medium when electric field passes from what? When electric field passes from one medium to another. Is it okay? Full stop. For electrostatic, we have following boundary conditions. Boundary condition between conductor and free space are dielectric. This is one. And second one is boundary condition between two different dielectric. You can make it as three. Boundary condition between conductor and free space, boundary condition between conductor and dielectric, and boundary condition between two dielectric. But I will tell you what is the difference between free space and dielectric after that first boundary condition. Is it fine? No. Before speaking the boundary condition between conductor and free space, let us see something about the conductor. Till now we didn't say anything more about conductor. Is it or not? See, let us take a conductor. This is a conductor. This is a conductor. See, first, what is the E bar, D bar or volume charge density within the conductor? That I want to know first within the conductor. See, let us see volume charge density within the conductor. See, first the volume charge density within the conductor, we want to say 0. The volume charge density within the conductor is 0. The question is how? See, for example, within the conductor, number of positive charge is equal to when they are not conducting. It is when they are not conducting. Whenever the number of positive charge is equal to number of negative. Will you agree for this? Will you agree for this or not? In conductor, number of protons equal to number of electrons. I am not applying anything. In conductors that will be there? No or yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then, what is the net volume charge then? See, this is missing in the text. Just he will say volume charge density within the conductor is 0. But how? The number of electrons equal to number of protons. The net volume charge within the conductor is 0. This is the first point. Rho V equal to 0 within the conductor. Second, when volume charge is 0, what about E bar? Within the conductor I am speaking. 0. What about D bar? These are the things within conductor. But on the surface of conductor, rho s will exist. On surface of conductor, surface charge density will exist, but within the conductor, volume charge density will be 0. Whether these three things are clear? Volume charge density is 0 within the conductor, E bar is 0, D bar is 0, surface charge density over the surface of conductor will exist, but however this is not that important, but these three are important to us. With this, have taken as a note, within the conductor, first point. Within the conductor, first point is volume charge density is 0. E bar is 0 and D bar is that. Let us start with the first case. Let's start with the first one. The boundary condition between conductor and free space. See, here we are going to use two Maxwell equations. For analyzing boundary conditions, we are going to use two Maxwell equations. Which are those two Maxwell equations? The electric field intensity around the closed loop is equal to conservative field 0, and one more is surface integral of electric flux density over a closed surface is equal to Q. This is a Gauss law, first Maxwell equation, and this is a conservative field or laminar field. This is the second Maxwell equation in integral form. These two equations we want to use. Just take a look. Then, what I do here is, have taken this idea? See, let us take this is a bone. Okay. See, this I will call it as conductor, and this is free space. Fine. No, I want to use first equation. See, under this I want to take, let us have subheading. But how to decide that subheading from the figure? We will decide that. Okay, because we want to find normal component as well as tangential component. One is normal component, one more is tangential component of E na D na. Electric field intensity or electric flux density will decide. See, let us take, I'll take elementary rectangle. Let us take the elementary rectangle. Half of this length is in where? Conductor. Half of its length is in free space. And this is the width delta. This is a closed loop. Elementary rectangular is a closed loop. Then which equation I want to use? This I will call it as 1 and this as 2. Whether I need to use this equation or that equation? Huh? It is a loop, not a closed surface. This is a loop, closed loop. Whether it is a closed surface? It is a loop comma. First equation. Second equation के लिए just it should be something like this. It is a closed surface. Half will be in conductor, half will be in free space. That will come to next step. No. See, what I do is, let us take, this is E. See, what is E in this reason? 0. That's why I am not drawing anything E. And this E will be having tangential component EB, and it will be having normal component EB. Okay. This will be having a tangential component and this will be having a normal. Is it okay? What about E in this? I don't want to draw any figure because E in this reason is 0. Is it okay this figure? Please note down. Is it okay this figure to all?
Yes, sir.
Note down. Up to this point can you see there or not?
Yes, sir.
See, no, the question is it all? Have you taken this figure? Or
Yes.
no, the question is whether En will exist or Et will exist. What I should give as subheading? Normal component of electric field or tangential component of electric field. See, even without giving heading also you can continue. At the end whatever you get you can put that as well. See, E along this will exist. Here, this is a normal component, a tangential component. Tangential. What about, let us call this as A, B, C, D, and this as 1 and this as 2. Along BC, E will exist, that is tangential. Along CD, normal, it will be in this direction. Along DA, what about this component will exist? Whether it will exist? It is in conductor. 0, nothing will be there. And what about D, A to B? Normal. It will be in this direction. See, this direction is like this, E direction, and this direction is like this. Then which the normal component will get cancelled?
Yes,
Before doing analysis itself, we are getting or not? Hence, what shall I give the heading? Finding tangential component of element. But this is for understanding. Exam में सब नहीं चाहिए. Just you write down finding E, then do. Shall I write the subheading as? Shall I write this?
Yes.
Finding tangential component ET of E bar. Okay? Then we know that then apply that to this elementary loop or elementary rectangle. This is a closed elementary rectangle or not? How I do? Just see this figure. A to B E dot PL plus A to B plus check it B to C E dot PL plus C to B E bar dot PL plus T to A E bar dot PL is equal to
0.
no. Here it is a closed integral. Everything here it is a
Closed.
open integral because I am integrating over one segment of rectangular. Is it or not? Then what about this?
0.
This is 0. Why?
Inside the conductor.
This is inside a conductor. Then even you see A to B. A to B, half will be in conductor, half will be in
Open space.
free space. Whereas this is in free space. And this will be in half in conductor, half in free space.
Free space.
Further, shall I simplify this? Then this A to 1 E bar dot PL bar plus this is A to 1 plus 1 to B 1 to B E bar dot PL bar plus this as it is B to C E bar dot PL bar plus C to 2 C to 2 E dot PL bar plus 2 to D 2 to D E bar dot PL bar equal to. Is it fine? Any doubt you have? Please let me know. Is it okay or not? Done. See, till now I have not done, just I simplified the things. No. A to 1, it is in free space or conductor? Conductor. Then this directly I write as. Then 1 to B, free space, it will be there. Then B to C, free space, it will be there. C to 2, it will be there. What about 2 to D? Conductor. This will be because it is in a conductor. Have you taken up to this point? No. Further, shall I wrap this? Now what I do for this equation is, see, you see this 1 to A. E bar is what? 1 to A. How will be the E bar direction? Normal? Yes or no? Can I write this as EN bar PL bar 1 to B? Yes or no? Is it clear? This E bar along this line. See, check it. This E bar is having two components. One is here, one is ET. In this direction, which is here. Along this line. That is here. Plus B to C. Check it. B to C. What is the direction? E bar? ET bar. Yes or no? That is ET bar dot DL bar B to C plus. What about this thing? Very good, very good, very good. It is minus C2 to En bar minus DL bar equal to C. Very good. Is it fine? No. See the direction of this and this same. See the direction of this is taken care by this integral. Limits of integral. Will you agree or not? The direction of DL is taken care by limits of integral. Then find what about the direction of this based on that figure. And limits will take the limits of integration will take the direction of DL. The direction of this and this is same. The direction of this and this is same. The direction of this and this is same. No, dot product, can I write only magnitude of that product? This can be written as 1 to B En DL. Can I write that? See, sir, इसमें क्या है sir difference? We remove dot and bar. Everything rest remains no. Lot of it gives lot of meaning. Yes or no? This is magnitude of product. When they are in same direction, dot product will be replaced by this plus B to C ET DL minus C2 to En DL. Okay now? Is it clear to all? Any doubt? Then this is constant, this is constant, this is constant over this length. Small length is there. The differential length, it is a constant. Can I take out? Then this will be En 1 to B DL plus ET B to C DL minus En C2 DL equal to 0. Okay? No. Tell me what is this? What is this? And what is this? See, integral of that over 1 to B. What is this length? Delta H by 2. That's all. Shall I write this equation? En delta H by 2. Why this? Because integral over this length. This will give delta H by 2. Then plus ET. Integral over B to C. Delta O. Minus integral over C to 2. This, what is this length? Delta H by 2. Who said minus? Someone said minus? That direction is taken care by limits. The direction of this length is taken care by limits. Yes or no? That's why En delta H by is equal to. Then see, one thing what I want to say. At boundary, what is the delta H tends to? At boundary, what delta H tends to? 0. That you can use. Or else in this equation, this and this get cancelled. Or else, no, I don't want to do all these things as what? That length delta H tends to 0. I don't want to do all these circles. Just wherever delta H is coming, I make it 0. But even at boundary, even delta H tends to 0. For this also, this and this will be 0. Otherwise also they are getting cancelled for this case. Hence Et is equal to 0. What about ET? What this indicates? The tangential component at the boundary between conductor and free space is 0. Take down. The above equation indicates this equation indicates the tangential component of electric field intensity at boundary between conductor and free space is 0. Then what about tangential component of T bar? Similarly, shall I write this? Have taken or not?
Yes, sir.
Then what is dt? What is dt? Et by epsilon naught into E. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Why I took epsilon naught?
Free
Free space. Then this is equal to same statement can you write? Electric flux density at the boundary between conductor and free space is 0. Now, I want to use one more equation for find. See, now we found tangential component. Normal component we need to find. Then definitely the other equation will help us to find normal. Okay? The other equation will help us to find normal. Then straightforward directly I will give the heading normal component of E bar or D bar. Shall I run this? सबको पता चल रहा है? Are you getting all? Take down the heading. Don't talk. Normal component of E bar or D bar. Because tangential component already be found. Then let us see this figure. See, don't talk. Your talk will be a noise for recording. It is kept for recording. Is it or not?
Yes.
Maintain that. Silence. Then, this is conductor. And this is free space. No, I want to use Gauss law. That is it visible to you all, this color? Last page. Is it visible? This I want to use. Then whether I need to take a closed loop or a closed surface?
Closed surface.
Closed surface. That surface I will take like this. How I am going to take this surface? Consider a Gaussian surface such that half of this is in the free space and half will be in the conductor. Take on. Consider a Gaussian surface such that half will be in half of its portion will be in free space and remaining half will be in conductor. Then again, check this. What about this E? This is E. This E is having how many components? En and E. Fine. Again, this top surface I'll call it as delta S, and this length I'll take it as delta H, and this bottom surface is also called delta H. Okay, now just see this. Y normal component here. See, this is a surface, right? And at boundary, what happening to length? Delta S tends to 0. Only this surface and this surface will be left out at boundary. Will you agree? When this surface and this surface is left out, D bar or E bar will be in which direction? Either in this direction. For this it will be in this. For bottom it will be yes or no? For this surface it will be in this direction. Because they leave normally surface, closed surface. This is a closed surface at present. Electric flux density. How you define? Flux flowing per unit area means psi over this delta S, and psi over this delta S means flux is leaving. From bottom surface it is in this direction, from top surface it is in this direction. Is it okay? Hence, which component will exist? Normal. Here normal En, and here En is positive or negative?
Negative.
Okay. This only this thing, if it is clear, everything is over. Then how we divide this? Top surface d bar dot ds. Top surface is the open integral or closed integral? Top surface, only I am taking top surface. See, closed box है. Okay. Only I consider क्या? Whether it will become open or closed?
Open.
It is open integral. Then plus side surface. This is side. Side open or closed? Open. Then plus bottom surface. Now tell me, out of these three, this is equal to Q. Out of these three integration at boundary, which will vanish? Out of these three integration at boundary, which integration will vanish? Huh? At bottom and side. Is it or not? See, second, this is 0 as delta H tends to 0 at boundary. Fine? And this tends to 0 because d bar is equal to 0 in Is it clear? Yes or no? Then only we are left out with top d bar ds equal to q. Okay now? Then for top surface, what is the direction of d bar? See, can I read this as something? See, the direction of this and direction of this, they are same?
Yes.
Yes or no? Or else you write down this as something like top Pn bar dot ds. Top, from top surface, what will be the direction of d? Is it normal to this surface? Normal means this component E bar or dn bar. They are linearly proportional, is it or not? Similarly, ETR, then this side is equal to Q. Then the direction of this and direction of this remains same. Yes or no? Hence, can I write this as dot Pn Ps equal to Q. Then this is a constant over this small surface. Shall I take out?
Yes. Yes.
Then this will be Pn top. Yes. Ps equal to. Now tell me what is integral of ds? This is surface integral of ds. What is that? What I considered here that surface area kitna? How much I consider surface area? Integral of this area is? Integral of this area is delta s. Yes sir. Hence I will write Pn delta s equal to Q. Then Pn is equal to Q divided by delta s. Then what is this Q divided by delta s? What is Q divided by delta s? Means at the boundary between conductor and free space, what is your electric flux density? Is equal to surface charge. Then what about En? What about En? Yes. This we call it as A and this we call it as B. By seeing equation A, electric flux density, the electric flux density at the boundary between conductor and free space is equal to surface charge. Yes or no? And by seeing equation B, can you write a similar statement? By seeing equation C, the normal component of electric flux field intensity is? The normal component of electric field intensity is ratio of rho s to the permittivity of free space. No, this we studied for conductor and free space. No, if they ask conductor and dielectric, this instead of free space, it is a dielectric. See, for free space, it is characterized by epsilon naught. What about dielectric? Wherever epsilon naught is there, you need to replace it by epsilon or epsilon naught into epsilon naught. Means, whereas for this case, we don't know. Boundary condition between, not a note, heading you take out. Boundary condition between conductor and dielectric. Conductor and dielectric. What is the difference between free space and dielectric? Free space is characterized by epsilon naught, that is the permittivity of free space, whereas dielectric is characterized by epsilon is equal to epsilon naught, epsilon naught. Only that is the difference. Hence, see the equation for this, that E tan is equal to 0 equal to D tan. And what about Dn? 2s and En 2s, right? That's all. There we got epsilon naught, here it is. If they ask, will you do same thing? Same treatment will give you in place of epsilon naught, you need to write it as this is okay. Fine? Then the next topic is boundary condition between two different tabs. Shall I have this? Shall I have this? Don't talk. Boundary condition between two different types. Say the treatment or analysis remains same, but however, what happening there in conductor E bar and D bar was 0, but here it was not so. Yes or no? Here as well as there, both E bar and D bar will exist. Okay now? Shall we do that? First, we know if I use that conservative field, which component I'll get? Tangential component. Already we know that knowledge. And if I use that Gauss law, I'll get a normal. Then finding, shall I say, first finding tangential component of E bar or D bar. That is, tangential component is nothing but ETR D. Okay now? See, in exam, no need to write, directly you do. Whatever you get a result, let it be that. Even here also, I can do same thing. Then, just see this figure. This is dielectric 1. This is dielectric 2. This is characterized by epsilon 2 is epsilon naught, epsilon r2. Epsilon 1 is epsilon naught, epsilon r. Is it okay? Done. Let us take one loop here. Same thing with A, B, C, D. Half of its portion is in dielectric 1, half of its portion is dielectric 2. Then no, let us analyze first. This is your E bar, E bar or D bar. Then this will be having, let us take, this is E2 bar I will call. Why E2 bar? It is in dielectric 2. And you can take this as dielectric 1 and this as dielectric 2. It's left to you. E2 bar. And this is having two components. Which are those two components? E2 T bar, and this is E2. Yes or no? Then similarly, what about the component here? This is E1 bar, and this component is same as this component. Let us take this is your E1 T bar, and this is, what is this component? E1 N, and even this can be written like this here. This side is there parallel. Can you write or not? Can written like this also. This is your E1. See, this diagram is bit complex than previous, because here also ED is existing, there also it is existing. Is it clear? Then using what I do, one of the Maxwell equation. Apply this equation carefully, that's all. Fine? And at boundary, this length I don't want to simplify how I simplified for previous. At boundary, this tends to 0. I'll use that. At boundary, this tends to 0. Means integral over this and this will be 0. But integral over this and this will exist. This in this direction, what is that? Here, which one will exist? E2t in this direction. And over this, E1t minus E1t. This and this will become 0 as delta S tends to 0 at 1. Okay, na? Any difficulty? Any difficulty? Just see this. I will do the same way. That is A2 B E CL plus B2 C E bar DL plus C2D E bar DL plus D2A E bar DL equal to 0. Right? At the boundary, delta H tends to 0. Then tell me which integral? AB first and third. This and this integral tends to write down. First and third integral tends to 0. Why? Because they are over length delta. They are integrated over a length delta. Yes or no? Then we left out with this side. No. पता चल रहा है ना? Then let us B to C. B to C, you see, what is the direction of E bar? B to C. ET 1 or 2? It is directed to bar. DL plus. You see this equation? D to A. What is the direction of C? Actually, I took the direction of E1T like this. But it is like this. Hence, shall I take it as minus E 1 T bar dot dl is equal to C. Then the direction of this and this they are same. The direction of this and this are same. Hence, shall I take their product? Magnitude product? Any doubt you have? Shall I take their magnitude product? Hence, I will take this as BC E2T dl minus E1 T. Tell me.
Lift.
Limits. What is the limits?
T to A.
T to A. Any doubt, Amma? Yourself? Any doubt? Is it clear to all? Done. Shall I rub this portion?
Yes.
Shall I rub? Done. This is constant over small length BC and this is constant over a small length D. Then shall I take it out? D to D, BC, DL minus D1T, DA, DL equal to 0. Then, so what is this from that figure and what is this from that figure? Integration over B to C. What is this length and width I took? It is E2T delta omega minus E1T. What is this width? It's a delta omega. Then E2T is equal to what this indicates? The tangential component of electric field intensity at the boundary between two dielectric is equal, is nothing but continuous. It's a continuous, means they are same. Equal, दोनों equal है बोले तो दोनों same है. It's a continuous. Fine. This equation, what you want to take this number? I'll write something. Yes. Okay. Fine. The equation yes indicates. The equation yes indicates the electric field intensity. The electric field intensity at the boundary between two different dielectrics is equal. That is continuous. Whether I say tangential component of electric field? Okay. Please, what is the statement? The tangential component, you need the tangential component of electric field intensity. The tangential component of electric field intensity at the boundary between two dielectrics is same. That is, tangential component of E bar is tangential component of E bar. Then what about D? What about dt? d2t by epsilon 2. Yes or no? And what about this? d1t by epsilon 1. Then d1t by d2t is equal to better just d2t by d1t is equal to whether they are continuous. Tangential component is continuous, or else you can write this is d2t epsilon 1 d1t epsilon. They are not same. Yes or no? The tangential component of electric flux density is not same. Discontinuous. The tangential component of electric flux density at the boundary between two dielectrics is discontinuous. See, such things may be asked in objectives. May be asked in objectives, that 1 marks or 0.5 marks. Is it okay? Then shall we see what is the next?
Normal.
See, this remains same still, but then what changes? What is the change? Instead of the closed path, rectangular path, what shall I take? Fine. Whereas this figure remains same. But in your notebook you redraw again this. Are you getting? Why I took this figure, this closed Gaussian surface? Because I want to use a Gauss. Then we know that Gauss law is given by P bar dot Ps is equal to, oh sorry, 0 now? Is it 0? Q. Then see this surface, how many surfaces it is having? Top, side, bottom. 3 surfaces. The closed integral is divided into 3 open integral. That is top P bar dot ds bar plus side P bar dot ds plus bottom P bar dot ds equal to q. Then you see top surface. Which component of T is existing for top? For this surface, which component of T? T2N. You can write T2NR, T2NR. This is T2N R dot T bar for top. Plus, see, before to this will tend to 0 as delta S tends to. Is it fine? This tends to 0 as delta S tends to 0 at only. Only I do simplification for these two. See, last derivation this was also 0. Why? Because this was in the conductor. No, it is in dielectric. This won't be 0. This is coming to the picture here. Then, for top surface, what is D? D 2 N bar dot ds bar. For bottom surface, minus D 1 N bar dot ds equal to q. Is it clear? Why minus is clear? If this is plus, this will be minus. Then, see, the direction of this and the direction of this are same. The direction of this and the direction of this are same. Hence, shall I take the product of their magnitude? Then I will write this as top T2N ds plus, sorry, minus T1N ds equal to q. Then tell me, this and this they are constant for the integration. They are surface integral, huh? They are constant or not? Then shall I remove this? Then I will take d2n top ds minus d1n bottom ds equal to q. Okay? Then what is this? And what is this? Delta. Some they may take delta A also. It won't be any problem. Minus P1 n delta S. Then P2 n minus Q by Q. Is it okay? Shall I write this? Then what is this? Q divided by rho s. Delta. To tell me surface charge density in dielectric is what? Dielectric में charges रहता है. Whether you will find charges in dielectric? No. Then surface charge density in dielectric is because of dielectric. Then what is this? D1n equal to see, tangential component of electric field intensity was continuous, but normal component of electric flux density is continuous. Yes or no? What this indicate? Yeah. What I wrote previous equation?
Yes.
Yes, sir?
Yes.
Then you write down this as R. The equation R indicates
The normal component of
normal component of
electric flux
electric flux density
is found
at the boundary between two dielectrics is equal. That is continuous. Then what about E? What about E? E1 n by E2n is equal to whether they are continuous, they are inversely proportional to their permittivities. Yes or no? This is inversely proportional to this permittivity and this is inversely proportional to this permittivity. They are not continuous. It is a discontinuous. Take on by seeing this equation R. This that's not Q. Some T. The equation T indicates. The equation T indicates normal component of electric field intensity. Normal component of electric field intensity at the boundary between two dielectrics is discontinuous. Is discontinuous. That is they are inversely proportional to their permittivities. Yes or no? Chalo, fine. Is it okay? See, you see a textbook prescribed for you, only final two equations they give. With everything in wordings they wrote and final two equation they give. Please go through it and whatever I did in this class. How you are feeling? Is it a detailed discussion?
Yes, sir.
Even you, I am not saying simply, you open any textbook, see so many things they read even in other textbook, how to take that dot product into a magnitude product, phi negative, positive, so many, phi rho v equal to 0 in conductor, no one explained. Just they say rho v equal to 0 in conductor. Please, I think, just go through whatever I said in today's class and have did yesterday assignment.
Yes.
Yes or no? All?
Yes, sir.
Just stop that. I will speak more.